Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are here in the Rockies franchise. And today is going to be a very sad day in the Rockies franchise as the trade deadline. I expect today to get to the trade deadline. But first up, we're going to be player locking this game one game before the All-Star break with Charlie Condon, the newest guy that has been called up. As that's grounded to second and a double play. But like I said, a very sad day as the center fielder on our team, Brenton Doyle, is after this year he's set to become a free agent, but we're not gonna re-sign him. So we are most likely going to try to find a trade partner and trade him. So he's been a part of this franchise since the start. I wanted to build around him, but we're already in year 5 of the franchise, and we have yet to even go above 500. So I expected him to be a building piece, as that one is crushed. Charlie Condon sends one back, and it's gone. But like I said, I expected Doyle to be at least a building block into this long rebuild, and he has been, but at the same time he's been very good for us, don't get me wrong, but we're not winning, so what's the point of keeping him around or letting him test free agency? So we're gonna try to get something out of return for him. So yeah, we're going to hope to get something out of return and maybe a top prospect or two. That one softly tapped to third base. We'll get some last games in with Brenton Doyle later in the episode. Just wanted to get a player lock game here with Charlie Condon. Today's video, expect we'll get to the All-Star break after this game, after maybe a closeout. That one's clobbered. Condon sends Condon back, and he's going to make the catch right at the wall. So this last game before the All-Star break. And we win it. So now we're set to go into the All-Star break. Because we had 11 hits in this one, a lot of extra base hits. Dolander actually turned into a solid start. And then our bullpen was really good. I like to at least simulate the home run derby. We have nobody in it, of course. But here's everybody. Usually seems like it's the same names every year. I like to sim it because, or at least get into it and sim to see who the winner is, because that way it shows up on the player card under the rewards tab.
Home Run Derby champion, Ellie.
So here are the pitchers in the All-Star game. Jordan Wicks at 29 years old. Wow. And then Sasaki, Cease, Rangers, Suarez with the Mets. And Joan Duran, he was with us last year for half the year. Ryan Helsley, Felix Bautista, and Emmanuel Clase. So no pitchers to the All-Star game for us. And then Victor Robles makes it to the All-Star game. He's hitting really well. He's turned himself into a solid career as well. Bryce Terang, Yordan Alvarez, Ronald Acuna, Bo Bichette, Ellie De La Cruz, Jose Ramirez, Kybert Ruiz, Nathaniel Lowe, Jake McCarthy, now with the Dodgers, has made his 3rd All-Star appearance. Ohtani, Francisco Alvarez, Virgil Thayer has made the All-Star game. 17 homers. His first All-Star game. It's been 4 years. And I honestly think it's his worst season, but he's made it. Craig Singh has made it. He was a draft pick in the franchise, and this is what I like to see, but he didn't start with Arizona. Looks like he started with Minnesota, hit 29 home runs, and was traded. So we get one lone all-star. It's Virgil Thayer. Last year we had Joey Riley and Josh Hader.
Now pitching for the American League.
All right, here he is. Our lone all-star getting his first at-bat here in the 7th inning. Gotta face Alexis Diaz as well, so. Our first draft pick in the franchise.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Made his first all-star game finally. It's been 4 years in the making. So at least some progress. But like I said, last all-star game we had Joey Riley and Josh Hader. We've never had more than 2.
2-2 the count.
Oh, come on. I cannot strike out in his first all-star game at bat. Okay, I'll take that over a strikeout.
Out.
All right, we get one more at bat here with Virgil Thayer. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, and of course it's against Mason Miller. Roped left. Foul, come on. That was pretty quick, coming out at 100. Oh, wow. He's going to go with off speed or something. I was waiting for it, too. That was 101.
I'm out.
Calling time. Last at bat of the All-Star game.
1 ball.
Almost hit him.
2 strike.
Now I'm ready for the fastball. Nope.
Ball.
Lucky he held up. I don't want to end this game on a strikeout. Wow. Wow. I can't hit that with Thayer. I've never been able to hit that high fastball. So we do end it on a strikeout, but hey, at least he was able to get into the All-Star game. Well, here we go, trying to sign our draft pick. We have to get Groniga up. 41% motivation to scout is not good. Perez, though, has interest, but he declines our first offer. Cross is at 49. Valentine's at 61. And Nelson Valentine has decided to sign. Elijah Rodriguez is also at 7. His motivation's going up. He also decides to sign as well. So we get a couple signed. We can still get a couple more, as Flood has declined. So Perez, Flood, and then we have Mikey James, Ray Ruiz. Actually, we could offer to Ray Ruiz. He also declines. But what I'm going to do right now, because these two, of course, are high priorities along with Perez. So I have to get their motivations up above 50. So that's going to be the goal there. And it's 2 days, so we have a couple more days. And we signed them before our first game back. Or at least could sign Cross. And Mustafa Cross has decided to sign. Look at him. He dresses up in his City Connect as well. Perez has decided to sign. Same thing, dresses up as in the City Connects. Andy Flood has decided to sign. And then we have Mikey James and Ray Ruiz left. And Ray Ruiz has decided to sign. So it's just Groniga and Mikey James. We'll also get some more scouting on Mikey James. Kenzie Gore probably won't trade, or I won't trade this year. Or at least at the deadline this year. Because 4.91 ERA, I don't think anybody would want that. Plus, he still has 2.5 years left. Maybe once we get to free agency, someone will take on the 2 years left. Dolander, nobody will want a 5.42 ERA. So, again, a guy we trade in the offseason. And, of course, we're not trading away Tally, Betts, or Caminiti. Breck, I'd rather keep in the bullpen. I do not want to trade Sweat. The only guy that's iffy, if I could get a good enough offer, is Adrian Morejon. He has been better and better each year. The question is, this is last year. So the question is, do we re-sign him or do we trade him? I want to re-sign him. He's still 30 years old. I want to re-sign him, to try to re-sign him, to keep him as a piece of this bullpen. Winkowski still has another year left. Not really that outstanding. If he had around 2, I'd probably think about it. And the same thing with Keegan Thompson and Matt Strom. Matt Strom, they're both out in free agency, first off. So if a team didn't want to sign him for free without giving anything up, there's no point in trading him to a team that didn't want to re-sign him in free agency. So Bobby Miller's another one. If I can get a good offer, I will trade him. And then Kenny Luke staying. And then the lineups is basically Brett and Doyle. If someone wants to offer Lawrence Butler and if it's a good deal, I'll take it. But same thing with Harry Ford. If someone offers, it's a good deal, I'll take it. I'm not willing to trade anybody. I want to try to build this lineup. But now we get into the Cubs. We win game 1. Ed Talley on the mound. The Lauder homers. And Talley has himself a pretty good start. The next day, we come back and win. And the Mariners are interested. They're interested in Josh Winkowski. I do not want Josiah Gray, though. So if they want Winkowski, as Joey Riley has a 4-for-4 day in the second game against the Cubs. Betts has a shaky start. We lose the next game to the Cubs. Absolutely get blown away. Doyle doubles. Caminiti has a rough start. And Breck pitched 3 innings the day before. He goes 2 1/3 and does not have a good start. But we're playing the last games here with Brent Doyle because the trade deadline's the 31st and they're at Kansas City. So these are the last days in Colorado for Brent Doyle. So we're going to get a couple more games in with Brent Doyle. And here he is. Brent Doyle, the 3-time Gold Glove. I just want to look at his stats. A couple more. 116 career home runs with us. A 257 career average, but if you look, 2023 was bad. 2025 was bad, which was the first year in the franchise. He wasn't really that great. But then he turned it up a notch in 2026. He was about the same in 2027. 2028 is when he started to really get going, but now he's tied what he had last season in home runs. Also hitting 20 points more than what he did last year. And here is Brent Doyle in his last series in Colorado against Carlos Rodon. My timing is way off. That one is right into left center field over the shortstop's head. Doyle can run, and he's going to stop at second. He is a doubles machine. His 29th double of the year. On day 1 of MLB The Show, he's one of the last guys still out there on this team. As that throw is offline, he scores the first run of the game. I don't know if that makes any sense when I was saying I'm trying to play and talk at the same time. But the day 1 rosters, I guess Dolander. As Doyle's going to gun to third, and he's got him. He's a phenomenal fielder as well. He's a 5-tool player all around. Martinez 3-run home run. All right, what I was trying to say was that when the day 1 rosters dropped, I think he's the last one on it. Right now in year 5 of the franchise, he's the last guy still from the current roster. The year 1 roster.
That's a ball.
As Doyle sends one right field. It is gone. Oh, man. That's going to be a sad feeling when you realize that could be his last home run that he's ever hit in Coors Field as a Colorado Rocky. Wow. 5-0 Rockies. Angels, hey, the Angels are one of the better teams in the AL. They keep in a lefty. This is the former, I'm a Phillies fan, so the former Philly that was, oh, that's popped up. And there's a man on base. That one's floated into center field. It's going to be caught, though. Robs him of a third hit. Ian Groniga declines that. Mikey James signs. So we do get everyone. And you see his potential. 76 to 86 potential. That's pretty good. His potential's going closer. 83 to 98 potential for Ian Groniga. Hey, man. There he is. The stud from the day one roster. The year one roster. One of the last few remaining, at least. Thayer home runs. I believe that's his 18th. But what do you expect from the next couple episodes to end this season? I expect we get to the trade deadline. We make a couple trades. We're going to be basically playing with Brenton Doyle for this rest of the season, as that one's hit. Not that hard in right field. It's run down, though. Another hard hit. But what do you expect? What are you going to expect for the rest of the season? Today, we're going to be playing all these games with Brenton Doyle. And what a catch! Running into the wall doesn't matter. Brenton Doyle all out in his last week with the Rockies. That one's grounded to third. I don't know. I guess we'll try to see. But after this episode, it'll probably be a prospect showcase, as I always like to do those every season to see how our young prospects down in the minor leagues are doing. And then we'll probably do the finale of the year 5 season. And then the off season. That will be streamed, though. The off season will be streamed. Oh, man. How do you pop that up? Middle fastball, good swing time. It's popped right up. His third pop-up in 2 games. Here it is. The last home game, or should I say potential last home game for Brenton Doyle. All right, maybe we'll say that the Rockies made a tribute to him on the big scoreboard before this game. But I don't know. Oh, wow. He left one up there. But now we get to see a righty. And it's quickly 0-2. Luis Garcia. Grounded right to second base. Oh, he bobbled it. Doyle's going to get there. That should be an error, though. And it is. Now let's see his stealing. And he is in there. I know it was in the dirt. I think he would have been there anyway. That was one of my better jumps. 16 stolen base on the year. Not score us. That one's softly tapped. Double play ball, but we get one. Tally. Let's see what he's got here. Showtime. You got to be kidding me. With Brenton Doyle. I'm going to make an error. Oh, I like this, actually. This showtime. Perfect. What a play. Brenton Doyle lays out for it. Look at that smile. He knows it's his last game here in Coors Field. Wow. Absolutely laying out for it. Brett and Doyle, man. And another one. Right center field. This, I think we're going to try for third. They're saying go 3. Doyle's on his way to third. He's in there. It's a triple for Brett and Doyle. We've seen every hit. We've seen a double, a triple, a home run, his fielding, stolen base. He's been incredible. What a player, man. Are we stupid for letting him go? A potential sweep. It's the 4th inning. And we get another lefty out there. Say otherwise. That ball is crushed. Brett and Doyle, are you serious right now? It's either that he's taking that all-star snub personal, the trade rumors personal, or he's playing all out in his potential last series in Coors Field. You don't know if we do. If we're willing on actually trading him away. What a throw.
Right there on the tag.
Unbelievable. That is a single for Brett and Doyle. Contract to him. That one's floated. Oh, man. He's going to go to third. The throw goes to home. It's 8-0 as Joey Riley hits an RBI single. That one's popped up. Oh, it's actually into center field. I thought that was popped up. It's 9-0. I don't want to say it, but he is a double away from the cycle. Home run, triple, single is what he's at. The double machine is a double shy of the cycle. No! Just under it or ahead of it. I don't think we're going to get another at-bat. This is like steady production that we've been getting the last 2 years. But if we look in AAA, only sure player that I think like it's absolute staple is Lloyd Shell. The thing is, he's still 18. I believe he has 90 or 91 potential. He's still 18 years old. His fielding's not great. So I want to develop his fielding a little bit more. And his durability. I don't know if I really want to rush Lloyd Shell. But besides that, we have Morlando. Can't play center field. Andres Escobar could. But his arm is not really that great. And he's only... I feel like he's only platoonish. He can be platooned. Because of the high contact versus lefties. But I still think he's a couple years out. Maybe 1 year next year. Sam Conroy, I think, could play center field. But again, he's 20 years old. I don't want to rush up a 20-year-old when he doesn't have to be rushed up. And then we have Robert Collis, who we actually saw in spring training, and he hit pretty good in spring training, but he's not doing that in AAA. In AA, we have Ordonez, who could play center field, but he's still ways out. He's still at least 3 years out. I was hoping that Max Clark could be the potential replacement, but he has one more option left, and his hitting, I don't really like where his hitting's at, and he's not hitting well. 230 is not good. But besides that, you have Nieto, who's a C potential, Seatlow, who's C potential. But I didn't get the notification, but Hank Taylor, he was our first round pick from 2027. He suffered a torn ACL in September of last year. I put him a manual injury in. I think we're gonna have to. I think I just talked myself into keeping Brenton Doyle. Those 3 games just convinced me that Brenton Doyle's here to stay. They want Nasim Nunez. The Mariners now. Oh. I did not expect this. Now what I do is because the trade logic is not really that smart. What I do is I try to make it as even as possible. Of course, my judgment can be biased or whatnot. But when a CPU offers me like a trade like this, I take it. I usually take it. We have a ton of guys down here. And getting rid of Mick Abel only helps one of these guys out. Like a C potential guy like Moreno or... Honestly, these 3, the first 3 are doing... Rotation down here in Double A is really, really good. I just want to show you. Fortune is actually the 4th prospect. So I was thinking of adding Max Clark into this deal. And I think we have a potential deal set in place. I feel like this is a big one. We're going to send Mick Abel. He was a waiver claim 2 years back. He pitched in 23 games in his first year with us. Was really solid. And I was really excited to see him the following year. But the following year has not been great. AAA hasn't been great. But the Mariners are calling for him. They want Mick Abel. I don't know why. But try to make this more even, we're going to add in Max Clark. But we're going to be getting Casey Freeland, the big power bat from the Mariners, and center fielder Damon Fortune. The deal is done. Oh my. 88 potential. That's really good. But he gets his chance. He's 89 potential. Of course, we get a look at Fortune. 94 potential. Casey Freeland hops in 4th on our top prospects list. And Fortune slides in at 11. Here is Damon Fortune. So, he already has Double-A stats from this year. He hit 311 down here in Double-A. And I just want to get him some at-bats down in Double-A, see what he does. He's basically on a fast track to the Major League since he is already 23. Oh, come on. Wow. Gave me one. That's fly ball in the center field, so an 0 for showing for Fortune. Maybe we'll get more games down. Like I said, probably 2 more episodes left for season 5, as would make sense. Gavin Stone. One episode I was playing against them, and Connor Norby was on their bench. Casey Freeland, oh my. This is against a major league pitcher. Yeah, he's also on a fast track. But if we add Connor Norby, that just basically doesn't do him so well. As I was going to say, I'm very excited to get into year 6. Because I feel like year 6, I said the same thing about year 5, by the way. But I feel like year 6 could be it. It's a season that we potentially compete in this division, this very tough division, first off. Freeland goes. Every time I steal, I feel like it's a wild pitch. 16 stolen base, so he's pretty quick. He can steal some bags. As Joey Riley calf strain. And we win it. Diamondbacks, Tommy Troy. 27-year-old shortstop, not interested. And we're up 10-1 in this one. Abrams has a 10-game hitting streak. We win 11-1. The Dodgers, they must have heard us. But no, I am no good with that. 11-1. Abrams does not keep his streak going, but a lot of multiple hits The bonus, I don't think has anything to do with the cap. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there we go. We signed our whole draft class. I still think it's an outstanding draft class. We have jumped the Padres. And we are not... When I started this episode, we were last in the NL. We have jumped 3 teams. We're only 5 games out of the wild card. I think we're going to stay put. But here are the trades. So the Cubs get Geraldo Perdomo. Wow. So the Cubs trying to go for it all this year. The Mets get Keibert Ruiz. I wish this kind of pops up, but it doesn't. So the Tigers get Ryan Fernandez. I don't know what these guys' overalls are. Not an eventful trade deadline. 3 years, $77 million. Brenton Doyle has signed. So to start this episode, I was thinking that Brenton Doyle is playing his last years with us. It's a $6 million promotion, and he's here until 2032 right now. And he hits a 1-year extension. So we signed 2 guys, and that's going to be it. We're going to sign those 2, and that's it. But here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for, the draft picks. And that's not bad, just looking at the... That's really good, actually. I really like this. Ian Groniga, though, coming at a 93 potential. 64 overall right now. I expect immediate success with him because of the high contact, good vision, discipline, amazing speed. Another A potential player to add to this mix. I am a little disappointed, though, in here in Mustafa Cross. 74 to 89 potential he had, but he comes in at 82 potential. I was hoping for a little bit more, but his ratings are day 1 playable. So another guy who'll start down in AA, though. Probably a guy that can at least try out for the outfield spots. Alvaro Perez, though, I would have been extremely happy if we took him with our first round pick, but we got Groniga. Perez with 82 stamina, the hit per 9 has to go up. He's a work in progress, is exactly what I thought. Definitely a work in progress with a 45 hit per 9. Yeah, probably not going to be up here for a while, starting single A for a little bit. Nelson Valentine coming in at 69 overall, the switch hitter. He has good arm, good accuracy with his arm. A guy that I'm fine with an 80 potential. He can always go up. The potential could go up, could also go down. But the high potential, vision, discipline, another fast track to the MLB. He's valuable, especially if now we're getting to years that we could possibly compete. A guy that's at a mid-70s overall won't demand much money. Elijah Rodriguez, this is kind of disappointing as well, but 19 years old, definitely a work in progress. 81 potential. Again, a ceiling of 88 potential. Maybe I got to think about the scouts next year, getting rid of all these scouts, because the ceiling, 99 potential for Groniga, 89 for Cross, 96 for Perez. A little off. I know they give ranges, but when you see 96 or 99 max potential, you definitely think 89, same thing with Cross. You definitely think your eyes light up, and you definitely think you got a stud. Same thing I thought with Elijah Rodriguez. But we got Perez and Rodriguez, who are works in progress. Andy Flood, as I thought, the 71 hit per 9 is really good. That's exactly what I want. I think a couple years. A 74, he's a bullpen arm. Could be a long relief, 5th spot. Mikey James, reliever, 82 potential. This is basically replacing Ben Joyce, but he does not have the velocity of Ben Joyce. He does have the high hit, good hit per 9, good K per 9. Definitely a guy to keep out on, but the low pitching clutch is disastrous. Ray Ruiz, though, is our last guy that we drafted with good speed, really good speed. And I honestly could see him as a really good bat off the bench. He has good contacts, good vision, and 10 overall points in potential. I would like to go all into contacts, and he can be a solid guy off the bench. But there's our draft class. Let me know what you guys think. I'm satisfied with it. I think we got a really good shortstop, corner outfielders. I think they're really good, and of course starting pitchers, reliever. We get a good reliever, and then a possible bench bat. But I think this is a really good draft with Arizona here. So their first round pick was Lyle Freeman. 70 potential, kind of a dud. But then they get Lee Kwan, second baseman, switch hitter. And they kind of had a dud of a draft. I'm not going to lie. The Dodgers, I'm going to say they had a really solid draft. Just looking at, I don't remember if any of these guys we were looking at the draft, but Julian Valdez was a guy we were looking to draft. 87 potential. He went ahead of Groniga. And he will stack up well with Groniga. I'm stoked that he's here with San Diego so we can maybe give a closely look on him throughout his whole career. But the Giants, I think they got two really good players, but again, long ways from the show with these two guys. A potentials, high A potential. Long ways from the show. But I wanted Brian McNeil. You saw that in the draft. He's 74 overall, 80 potential. Solid. Honestly, solid. I would not have been mad with him. I don't like that his potential's lower than what I thought it was going to be. Thomas Moya was a top catcher, and he's really good. Really good contacts. You don't see that. But probably projects more as a DH than an actual catcher. As the Twins get another top reliever and a catcher that we'll see in 20 years. The Angels get an A potential, one of the top potential guys in the draft class. And he's close, 67 overall. But here's Brent Lopez. He was ranked number 1 on the MLB board. He comes in at a 70 overall, 74 potential. Micah Yu was a top pick, 54 overall. And I didn't think anything was that great about him. He's 23 years old. His hitting's not good at all. His speed is good, but they loaded up on pitching. Wow. Rick Nugent went unsigned. So did Matt Randolph. Two guys that I was looking at. Randolph looking at late. But we're going to have a chance to get Rick Nugent in the next draft. I thought we had a pretty good draft. Showed up pretty good. Kind of unexpected here to keep Brenton Doyle. I was not expecting to keep him, but we did. And we're looking better now.